Hey, I'm doing a Quib Talk special today about the situation going on against the Palestinians. And we have our usual special guest, Kingy, because it kind of hits closer to home for him. This isn't anything that we like scripted out or really planned to do. Um, I just kind of felt that a lot of people um, in my community probably don't really understand what's going on and only know what they've seen on the news, and they don't know much about how it affects the people who are from that area or have ancestors or extended family there. So I thought that we would just do a little special just to kind of give a summary of what's going on. So here's Kingy.
Yeah, guys, we hit spread awareness. We're kind of trying to get more people to understand what's going on in Palestine. This is not anti-Semitic. This is nothing against people. This is more against a regime that's corrupt, that's killing innocent people for the sake of land. Um, like I said, this is not anti-Semitic. The Jewish people themselves are against the state of Israel. And if you're wondering what I mean by that, you can always feel free to check out www.nkusa.org, right? It's a Jewish dedicated website. You could research and find out all the information you're after to kind of see what I'm talking about. Because, like I said, it's something new to me. I kind of found the website a couple of days ago, watching a video about it. It was the Jewish people kind of explaining their opinions on Israel and the idea that they think this is a fascist regime killing innocent people for the sake of land. The reason, obviously, if you are keeping up with the news or you're kind of seeing this topic kind of spark in your news feed, the reason why is because of the eviction in the area Sheikh Jarrah, right? It's a eastern part of it's in the eastern part of Jerusalem, where the Israeli government have evicted dozens of families from their homes. You imagine how it would feel if a random race or a random country or whatever it is came to your home and told you to get out. This home is probably your home that's been there for years, decades, centuries. Doesn't matter how long. Like I said, these houses have been there for a very very long time, and all of a sudden someone tells you to get out. You ask them why, they're not going to give you a reason. There's no valid reason. There is nothing that they could warrant against you. And then when they do kick you out, they're just going to replace you with Israeli settlers that are in Israel. And if anything, that's against basic human rights. This is on the lowest form of evil, in my opinion. Like I said, you imagine being at home with your mom, dad, kids, and someone kicks you out of your home for no reason, basically leaving you homeless. And if anything, a refugee, because they've kicked you out of your home. And then they're taking away your whole country from you as well. Where else could you go? You know, you belong. What could you say to them? Because they don't let you stay where you are. You'll have to find another place to go. And another subject is that they're attacking holy sites. They're attacking the third holiest Muslim site. Me personally, I'm not very religious, but at the same time, as a human, I think that is very low. It's very evil. One thing that everyone should know is that it's a holy site. It's a mosque. It could be a synagogue. It could be a Gurdwara. It could be a church. It could be whatever it is. Right? It's not allowed. It's like I don't know. It's like a bunch of people going into the Vatican and deciding to burn down the Bibles, burn down the crosses, and start attacking the popes. It's not allowed. It's unjust. It's evil. It's a crime, and stuff like this needs to kind of be spread in the sense of people need to understand what's going on. Just because it just seems like the Western media isn't the fan of making Israel sound as bad as they are, unfortunately. However, like you said, I don't know if you've noticed, there are big influences recently who have spoken out against Israel. If you know Sean King, he's a journalist. He's spoken out about Israel. I've seen a couple of artists in England. There's loads of big artists like Low Key, Chunks. Obviously, I'm not really big with American media, so I don't know any American stars who've done what they've done, but they're spreading awareness. Like I said, guys, it's always important to read and see what's going on, and don't let fake news fool you. It's a sad situation. Either side, people are dying, right? It's an unfortunate action because it's once again, like always, it's a corrupt regime killing innocent people on both sides for a gain that affect the poor, the middle class. It's unfair. If you're reading the news, whenever this gets posted, you're going to see the last night or so. The only thing you'll see is that the Israeli military has bombed uh, apartment complexes in the Gaza Strip. Hamas has been sending missiles back into Israel in retaliation. I condone both actions. I condone military powers fighting against each other. Um, like I said, once again, it's a corrupt regime like Israel kind of putting pressure on other people. Like I said, like you can't kind of they're kind of poking the bear there with the stick in a sense. You can't go and attack holy sites. You can't go and kick people out of their houses. You read the news and it keeps talking about clashes. A clash is when it's two equal sides fighting against each other. The only thing I see is 100 military IDF militants kind of shooting their silver, the metal coated rubber bullets. They're shooting tear gas, and then the other side is the one kind of throwing bottles and stones. If you think that's a clash, I don't know what to tell you because I can definitely say I disagree. Also, they keep saying it. The Israeli people and the Jewish people are clashing, but it's one side that has 100 injured due to stun grenades and rubber bullets and technology like that. Like I said, it's just ridiculous. I condone violence on any form, but I can definitely condone Israel's actions because they are the ones who are starting these fights. Like I said, it's really wrong when they're attacking holy sites, especially in the months of Ramadan, where people are fasting, where people are praying, where people are minding their own business. I don't think I've read on the news where a Muslim guy ran up in the synagogue for no reason, started a fight. These guys are praying, these guys are getting ready for Eid. What's scary is that tomorrow, in the Muslim calendar, there's a really big celebration happening. And an unfortunate now, instead of people getting ready to buy new clothes for tomorrow or buying new or cooking for tomorrow, they're worried that they might not be alive tomorrow. Imagine that. Like, imagine waking up for Christmas or Easter, right? And you'll get most of the time. What would you be doing before that day? You're getting dressed up, you're getting ready to have a good time. These people, unfortunately, are worried that they might not see tomorrow. They might not see the light tomorrow. They might not see their family tomorrow. They might not see their friends tomorrow, and that's what's going on to them. You know, like I said, it's a very unfortunate situation, and fingers crossed. What's happens will be this escalated, and this kind of actions by Israel will stop. Um, like I said, I'm not anti-Semitic. I love my Jewish brothers, sisters. I have many Jewish friends, right? And I could definitely say even they condone the actions of Israel. Like I said, I hope this kind of spreads awareness to kind of what's going on, so people understand why you're seeing these posts against Israel. Like I said, there is no ill intent behind it. It's the truth, right? And it's what people need to hear, right? Don't forget when the Jewish settlers had no place to go, the Palestinians are the ones who welcomed them in the land of Jerusalem. They gave them clothes, they fed them, they gave them a place to stay. And instead, what they've done, they've gave them 60 years of war, 60 years of oppression, 60 years of where they don't get a place to belong where they are. This is like I said, that's ridiculous in my opinion. you know, and obviously you'll see on the news how the Palestinians are doing whatever retaliation. They have a right to do so, right? At the same time, I condone violence, but what happens, you know. Like I said, and if anyone does kind of play the, oh, but the Jewish people went through this and this, I can definitely bring you. a couple of kind of podcast research where Jewish kind of professors themselves have spoken out against people using the, oh, but the Nazis did this to us. That's not a reason then to go oppress others. It's not a reason for you to go and take people's homes and kill innocent children, kill innocent parents, kill innocent kids. It's not allowed. It's not an excuse. You can't say because this happened to me, I'm going to do this now to other people. It's not allowed. In fact, that should have kind of been a lesson to the world that we need to be more humane, more ethical to each other, more loving to each other. Because at the end of the day, we're here to love each other. I love everyone, and I hope everyone loves me. It's the best way to put it. Um, like I said, I don't know what else kind of to speak on. I kind of feel like I've spoken my mind. If you have any
I've
questions,
been letting
Lindsay.
you talk.
Because I recently read this, right? I recently read this quote, and it kind of hit me in the sense of I don't relate to the people on the TV, but I relate because those people could have been me.
Right.
Those people could have been me. I could have been the ones that could have sat. Like I said, I come from Iraq, right? I might have in the past spoken about Iraq and said comments, but I do that as a joke. I don't really mean what I say. I would love to go back to my country, my home country. I would love to visit. Unfortunately, I can't. It's a scary thought that I might do visit those type of countries and I get blown up to bits. It's a scary thought. You know, I'm very thankful to be in a country where I get to have freedom. I get to speak my mind. I get to share my thoughts. I get to love who I love. I get to do what I want. In those countries, I can't. Those rights have been taken away by ravaged by war. By
Yeah.
corrupt regimes, by corrupt people. I read recently that Israel broke 60 UN constitutional laws. Right, Iraq only broke two. Right, and when they broke two, the Americans invaded Iraq. Why does America not do anything like that to Israel? I can tell you because they support Israel. Unfortunately, that's the truth. You're not going to see CNN report about what happens. And if they do report, they're probably going to make it seem like Hamas did this and that and the other to Israel first. Um, like I said, it's ridiculous. Like I said, everyone should preach peace and love. That's what will keep the world going round. um, you know, love thy neighbor, love your neighbor, however you say it, however you want to think of it. Remember, guys, that once you cut your wrists, you're gonna bleed red. You're not gonna bleed green, blue, orange. It's not. It's all the same. We're humans. We're supposed to love each other. We're supposed to take care of each other. And at the same time, guys, don't pick sides. Don't pick whose human rights mean more. Don't pick why you shouldn't talk about this subject or that subject. Remember, guys, oppression is oppression. No matter what way you look at it, it's wrong, right? It's not. No one's forcing you to post of what's going on in Palestine, but it's nice just to know that you are aware of what's going on. Because like I said, in my community, everyone posts about it because, like I said, we're not affected by it, but we could be those people in those posts. It could be our moms, our dads, our kids, our parents. Like I said, it's our friends. Like my Palestinian friends are. You see them talking on Snapchat and Instagram, and they're kind of saying like, we're scared. What happens if my house in Palestine gets blown up because so and so happened. Um, we all hope that what happens is going to be the easiest route for everyone, where they escalate the military powers in the Middle East. No one wants to see the innocent children being killed on both sides. No one wants to see innocent families being killed on both sides. No one wants to see that. Like I said, it's insane. It's sad to see.
It's sad because the people on both sides are the ones who are
Who are
getting suffering
brainwashed,
from it.
who are brainwashed,
Not
who
yeah,
are
not the governments. It's the
yeah,
people. It's the people that are.
yeah. Netanyahu's going to sit in his mansions in Israel, and he's just not going to be affected by what happens in the wars. He's not going to. Nothing's going to happen to them. You know, at the end of the day, this is always the case. They'll send innocent vets to go fight their wars for them to either come back with PTSD, either come back with suicidal issues, drug
If
addictions,
they even come
so
back.
on. Even if yeah, even if they do come back, right? They're the victims of a corrupt regime, like corrupt kind of government sending them away. Like I said, they're fighting a rich man's war. At the end of the day, that's what it is. And like I said, it's very sad to see. It's very sad to see. That people have to be kind of sacrificed for government's gain, for government's economic prosperity. It's insane. It's unfair. And I kind of wish those kind of people kind of open their eyes, um, to kind of see what's going on around them. Like I said, like people could say, maybe people might feel like what I say is wrong. I don't see how a Palestinian kid with a rock makes the Israeli army make it right for them to shoot them on the borders. Like if you guys can tell me that that's what they've done is like a bad thing, then I could definitely say, yeah, you're right. But like I said, I don't see how those people that are living in their own countries, minding their own business, kind of affects your freedom. Like I said, like you'll see multiple times where the IDF shot another kid on the border, right? And and then the articles about how he was flinging Molotovs or some stupid shit like that. Of course, the kid's gonna throw Molotovs at you when you have the brand new latest weapon in your hand, right? That shoots I don't know how many bullets a second, right? And has a tank rolling down your street. Would you not feel threatened by that? You
Right.
know? Yeah, like I said, it's one of those topics where, like, I don't know, I feel like people need to be aware of what's going on in a country that's not theirs. People need to kind of be aware that the world kind of needs your awareness to what's going on, right? You posting anything to do with any matter is better than not posting. Remember that. You knowing information about a subject is better than you not knowing. That's how I see it. Like I said, like I'm
Knowledge is
not very.
power. And the more people that know,
Yeah,
the better chance there is to fight this. So,
I agree. Like I said, about me personally, I'm not very political, apart from when it does come to the Middle East. Obviously, because like I said, that's me. That's part of me. You know, but even then, I try to keep it very. I gotta say, like I keep it very. What's the word? I have to say it. Like, try to keep it civil. I try to keep it fair. You're not gonna hear me cuss out a minority because, like I said, like we talk about Palestinians, we're not just talking about Muslims. We're talking about the Palestinian Jews, Palestinian Christians, the Palestinian Catholics, the Palestinians who don't believe in God. Uh, you know, we're also talking about the Israeli Muslims and the Israeli Arabs, and there is, like I said, this is nothing to do with the people. This is once again to do with a corrupt regime. Just so people realize. Um, but yeah, like I was saying, that it's just nice to spread awareness to get people to know what's going on around them, you know, because some people seem to live in a shell, you know, and all they know is what happened to Kim Kardashian or happened to Tiger or whoever, and they don't know what's happening in the real world around them. Like I said, this kind of podcast isn't to kind of make you feel like you should pick up your arms and blah, 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 blah. No, this is literally just so you kind of ask
raise
questions and
awareness.
say,
Awareness.
yeah, raise awareness, for you to ask questions, for you to want to research, for you to kind of understand what's going on around you. Like I said, I personally am not political, but I do my best to research, to read the news, to ask questions. Like, there was a lot of things I didn't know in the past about a lot of people. And I asked my way, I asked the questions. Why can't I use this term? Why can't I use this slur? Why can't I do this and that? But like I was saying, that's a part of being human, to learn and to love and to understand what's going on around you. There's many people who are different from you, and that's what the most important thing is, that you change yourself to kind of understand that it's not just you in this world; it's other people. to kind of be more open-minded, to be more understanding, to be more loving, to look after the people around you, you know. Uh, but yeah, I don't really have much. I don't know. I'm fasting and my mouth is dry. I don't know what else to say. um, if you have any questions, you could ask me, Lindsay.
Message so he doesn't have to talk because he can't have water for hours. What? Almost 9 hours? Over 8 more hours you have to go,
Yeah.
isn't it?
No, not no,
So I'll be
not
an
really. Like
asshole getting a drink right
about
in
two
front of you.
hours to go.
How many?
No, it's okay. I have about 2 hours. Two
Oh, I
hours to
was
go.
doing for my time. Yeah. So you don't have that much. I was
Yeah, I was thinking. I was looking at the
time.
clock. I was like,
I was
wait,
adding
we're
the
back.
6 hours.
Yeah, I was like,
You're like, oh
looking
my
at the
god,
clock.
how much longer? I can't do that.
Yeah,
No, I was adding
mouth
my
is so dry. I feel like if I start coughing, dust is gonna come out.
but
But
yeah,
yeah,
so yeah, the purpose of this was just to help raise awareness. Because I've actually had a couple of different friends message me and like, what are you talking about with that thing that you shared? And so I thought, there's nothing. I feel so helpless because I can't do anything, and it breaks my heart to know that so many innocent people are being attacked, um, and especially knowing that so many people here think that they're supporting the good guys when they're not. Um, so I thought, what other means do I have, to help spread awareness? And the only other means I had is this. So um, that's what we're doing. That was it.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, if you have any questions or anything, you can shoot them at us. I'll have Kingy answer them because, again, I don't know a lot. I just know what I've seen, and you know how the media is. You can't really believe the media. So, um, yeah, thanks for watching, and be sure to do some research and learn about the world around you, not just what's in your backyard. Thanks for watching.
goodbye.
Bye.